Imagine for a moment a frozen landscape, a serene icy expanse where armies collide, and under the pressure, the ice begins to crack. But did one of history's most iconic leaders really employ such a dramatic tactic? Let's dive into an intriguing episode from history concerning none other than Napoleon Bonaparte. So, did Napoleon really trick enemies onto a frozen lake? While this tactic has been debated among historians and military experts, there's no evidence that has ever happened, at least to the degree depicted in movies. However, despite being a mythical event, it is a testament to the military success and genius that would give birth and energy to such a legend. For a moment, let's suspend disbelief and explore this myth and its origins, along with the supposed purpose behind this alleged tactic used by the French emperor during his reign. Napoleon, as the legends suggest, was reputed to have tricked enemies onto a frozen lake. Once they were committed, he allegedly ordered his troops to shoot at the ice, shattering it, and causing the unfortunate soldiers to plunge into the frigid waters below. This might sound like something out of a movie, but is there any truth to it? Several historical documents and accounts seem to support this claim. Notably, this supposed maneuver is linked to the Battle of Austerlitz in 1805. Here Napoleon faced powerful foes, the Russian and Austrian forces led by distinguished figures such as Tsar Alexander I and Emperor Francis II. According to various tales, Napoleon strategically positioned his troops near a frozen lake. This icy surface served as bait, luring his adversaries onto what seemed like solid ground, and as the enemy confidently advanced, cannons roared, targeting the ice and causing it to shatter beneath their feet. But let's be clear, historical evidence for this tactic is limited. Over time, the fog of war combined with the allure of myths may have skewed the true narrative. Some believe it might have been exaggerated or even misinterpreted. Now, imagine the scenario: cannonballs crashing into the ice, sending shockwaves through it, soldiers tumbling into the freezing abyss. Such a tactic would have been as much psychological as it was physical. The sheer chaos and unexpected nature of this strategy could throw the enemy into disarray. But what could have driven Napoleon to such lengths? First, it's the element of surprise. Then the ensuing chaos and panic, potentially breaking enemy morale and coordination. Moreover, moving on slippery, unstable ice presents its own set of challenges, adding a layer of complexity to the battlefield. And speaking of the mind games, this could very well have been a masterstroke in psychological warfare. The sheer terror of drowning in cold water can be paralyzing, weakening the will to fight. Yet, Napoleon's military genius wasn't just limited to icy tactics. He also introduced controversial strategies such as artillery shrapnel, which rained deadly fragments upon his adversaries, and powerful wedge formations, designed to penetrate and break enemy lines. Napoleon once said, "It is only one step from the sublime to the ridiculous." And this icy maneuver, if true, certainly tiptoes on that line. While we may never know the full extent of its veracity or its effectiveness, it's undeniable that such tales contribute richly to the enigma of Napoleon's military legacy. Was it sheer brilliance, unbridled ambition, or a mix of both that drove him? Whatever the case, tales of his cunning and audacious tactics, like the one we've just explored, continue to captivate historians and enthusiasts alike. So the next time you walk on a frozen lake, perhaps you'll spare a thought for this legendary figure and the soldiers who might have met their fate beneath its surface.